Paul, what do you say?
Yeah.
I let you hang out here by yourself for a second.
I'll be
I gotta
right
go and cook a little bit, guys. If you want those gains for all that awesome resolutions that you have going on, we definitely have you covered right now. It certainly starts with what you are eating, but if you're cooking at home, it can be a little overwhelming, right? Well, joining us is owner and head chef of Gourmet Gainz, Joe Montague. I'm a Capulet. Is that okay?
I'll let it slide.
Okay. Joking, but I love your last name. But I love what you do. Our audience is really gonna get, and including myself, a lot out of this because you say cooking doesn't have to be so hard.
It doesn't have to be so hard. It could be easy. We have tools that nowadays to make it really easy for us and healthy.
Okay, so what kinds of things are we looking at here that you say this one tool can be made with?
Well, today I have a spicy chicken tinga, which is really good for people that are on the go, that work. You go set the slow cooker to 8 hours, and by the time you get home, it's already ready for you.
So what do we need in order to make that? You're gonna help us here along the way.
Absolutely. So what I prepared is I have just a can of diced tomatoes. I have a can of chipotle peppers. A can of diced chilies. And all you need other than that is a little bit of water. You put it in the slow cooker with
just chicken breasts?
Just chicken breast, about a pound of chicken breast. And then, like I said, the Instapots, everybody has one of these in their cabinet, just collect the dust.
I don't yet, so
You don't have an Instapot?
I don't have an Instapot.
Oh,
I have
my
a crock
gosh.
pot, but not an Instapot.
All right, I have 3. Maybe I'll give you one.
Oh, thank you so much. But could you do this with a crock pot?
You could do this with the crock pot, yeah. So Instapots and crock pots, they all do the same thing, so you can have a slow cooker feature on these as well.
So you say you could leave like overnight cooking for 8 hours?
Absolutely. Set it for 8 hours at night, and then when you wake up in the morning, your food will be ready to go.
Incredible. Okay, so today we're assembling our chicken tinga bowl here, I'll call it. So what do we need to do?
Okay, so I've got some rice set aside here. All right, and so what we do to assemble that, we're gonna take some of that shredded cabbage that we have right there.
Just lay it down?
Kind of lay it down like a bed of cabbage.
Okay, and as we're putting down these ingredients, let me know a little bit about them and why you chose to pair these up.
I paired up that cabbage just to give that rice and that shredded chicken a little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture, a little bit of good mouthfeel.
And that's also good for you, right?
Exactly. Some fiber. Definitely beneficial.
Okay, how does that look?
That looks perfect.
I'm making 2, one for me, one for you. One for the Montague, one for the Capulet.
All right, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, and then now we've got our chicken tinga that we've already prepared ahead of time. Ready to go here in the Instapot. All right, that's been cooking
so that's what it'll look like, the final, because I make tinga, but I do it then and there instantly with the blender and those ingredients, but this looks exactly.
Yeah, the final product will look just like that once it's all ready to go. We'll go ahead and lay some of that down.
So the chicken naturally just like falls off like that?
It'll come out
so
super
nice.
tender, super tender.
Love that. Okay, you are convincing me I need an Instapot. So why are you such an advocate for crock pots and Instapots? Like I know they save time, but they really create a recipe that's almost, the same to the authentic?
It's almost foolproof, and it's so simple. And nowadays everybody's so busy.
I know, that's true.
So we need to save as much time as possible. And if we can just set something and forget it, then that's more beneficial for us.
This is great. Okay, so this is just one of the meal prep that you make, but you do a lot of meals on the weekly basis, and we're taking a look at some on the screen right now, but also how do you select, and what is your goal mostly to have a lighter, healthier, but also nutritious, or because you're called Gourmet Gainz. When I think of gains, it's like you're gaining muscle, you're gaining nutrients. Is that the goal there too?
Gaining muscle, doing meals that we like to eat every day, but making them healthier, and something that normally would be like a cheat meal, but making it something we could eat every day.
And so how do you make food more flavorful if it's still gonna be healthy?
What I like to use a lot is dry seasonings and spices. That could change the outlook of your meal so much without adding a bunch of calories from like heavy sauces and stuff like that.
And like I used to do a lot of the like a bodybuilder weight meal prep, and I would eat like chicken, sweet potatoes, hard-boiled eggs, but after a while you get tired of it. So that's why I agree with you with the seasoning can really make a difference. And I'm a sauce person, I'm always dipping in. And I know that you do create a lot of flavorful items.
Yeah, with seasonings, you could take something with like ground beef. If you put some Italian seasoning in it, then that's, you know, spaghetti. If you put some, you know, cumin and paprika, then that's taco meat. So you could do so much with just some different seasonings and spices.
Well, thank you so much for teaching us how to quickly make a little tinga here. I know you're offering 2 free meals for someone who were to sign up with your meal preps.
Yeah, so my menu comes out every Wednesday. So if you're a new customer and you just mention the show when you order, I'll give you 2 free meals this week.
All right, well, thank you, Joe, so much for being with us today. You guys make sure to give him a follow. I know Paul would probably give you a follow for sure because he's always hungry too. Y'all, I'm giving Paul a little shout out, but we're gonna have weather with him later on in the show.